We shall go live. What else shall we do?
Why not?
Why not? Stormy weather. Stormy weather. It's all we got last night. Starting about 1 o'clock. But I did my duty.
Hold on.
Hold on. Okay. On with the show. This is it. This is all you get. Mikey in the house. Hello, Mike. Anyway, while he's doing whatever he's doing, let's check in with...
I'm in the middle of a conversation. If you'd like me to just check out, I can. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Chuck
Mama
Dixon's...
and Baby Hawk had to talk to me.
Oh, that's fine. If I can blow this up, let's see. Blow it up real good. Okay, Chuck Dixon's 10 rules for writing comics that he listed today. 1, open strong. Very cool. Only essential dialogue. Yes. Brevity. Yes. At least 3 pieces of action per story. Okay. I'll look over what I've done and check that out. 4, remembers that someone has to draw what you write. Exactly. Always have to keep that in mind. Especially when finding a competent artist. Can he do, translate effectively what you've written? Find something to like about each character. Yeah. Okay. Find something to hate about each character. There you go. Avoid redundancy. Don't describe what the reader can see. Yes. Every comic book is someone's first comic book, and that's true. Devil Flyer's even been the first comic book anybody's received. At least the Ashcan was. Don't be a smartass. Of course, he's got a breakdown of these, but I can't read the breakdown hardly. It's so small. The last panel of each page should make the reader turn to the next page. Yeah. So that's kind of a key moment, I guess. So it makes sense. 10 rules by Chuck Dixon for writing comics that I think are solid rules for sure. Mikey, hope you're still feeling well. I know your voice was giving out there a little bit and needed a rest.
All right, sorry about that.
Not a problem. Just went over Chuck Dixon's 10 rules for writing comics.
Yeah, it was semi
sounded pretty solid to me. Pretty solid advice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that pizza messed with me last night. Oh my gosh.
The what?
That pizza. That Domino's pizza we had.
Oh, did you guys have your annual pizza party or whatever already?
No, actually, that's at the end of the season. This was kind of an
All right.
unexpected thing they did. Wanted the night drivers to, uh, have a meeting. We have brand new updated maps, especially for Jonesboro. Maybe I don't know for the other cities, but Jonesboro, has keeps growing, and
Uh,
they haven't enlarged the city limits, and I don't think they need to quite yet. But there's always new development stuff, and I haven't seen the half of it. I'm sure in some of these areas that they're talking about.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, there's always something being built, man.
Eric and Boyd in the house, uh, and Mickey.
Hey,
Oh,
Larry,
Mickey. Um,
Mickey, howdy, Mickey.
have a Mickey. Slip me a Mickey.
Oh, it's Mikey, not Mickey. Jesus Christ.
Mikey.
And
Then.
hey,
Okay, Mikey. See what I do. Anyway.
oh, I gotta get with you on that card, Eric. Sorry. To be continued.
It's all good. We'll take care of it. Yeah, stormy weather, 1 o'clock. So I went to Pocahontas, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away. So I had a little bit of travel time. I got the easy side. I got east side. I can do that without no problem. I probably you would have used my Garmin on the next side. It's such a over hill and there dale and crossover here, and such a cluster of old streets and stuff up, and I mean, and you're getting into the hilly area of Arkansas, and not just so flat like where I'm at.
Right. Oi, Carrie. Good to see you.
So I did mine uh, probably at the, I don't know, last time I kind of, took me about an hour to do around the airport, and so I knew, yeah, I can do that in probably a couple hours. This is going to be an easy night, and it was. Um, got it all done, and when I was headed home, got on the street to head home. A little bit further down by the traffic light, here comes the other guy. So he must have had a shut off date, because I don't think shut off time, because he didn't have time to finish the larger western region. I wouldn't think, the way it's laid out. There's so much of it, and it seems like, man, yeah, there's a lot. So they must have had a cutoff time for him. I don't know. I had to ask him just to make sure. Edwin in the house. Hey, Carrie.
Hello,
So we got our bit for king and country. What? President and country. Myself, my bank account, whatever, done last night, and no spraying tonight. I guess because of the rain and stuff. I don't know. It's not raining now. It's just kind of like the day after the storm, where it's bright and sunny but windy and wet outside, and probably a little humid. Probably up in the 80s right now, lower 80s. So,
really? No, at least it's still warm. It's been chilly here all day.
they say April flowers bring May flowers, but it's May. So, but my flowers that I put out are starting to spring up fairly vigorously, or at least break the earth in some cases, where it was just poured on the, Fortunately, we've had enough water, soft earth where the seeds can germinate and whatnot, take root. So hopefully we'll have some mosquito repellent, lavender and marigolds and different stuff popping up if the yard man doesn't cut them down. And there's some areas that he can't get to that he won't. But Some of them will ultimately probably get cut short. He was doing wheelies and peeling out on my yard last time he came in. He left tracks everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. He was like, get it done in a hurry.
New piggy.
New Piggy, yeah. Maybe that's what I need to name it. New Piggy.
Oh, there you go.
Here's
NP.
my squeak. Here's my squeaky. I thought it was funny. Omer thought Elsie's squeaking chair was my squeaking chair, and he told me to oil it up. And I said, "Well, that was Elsie's chair, not mine." Yeah, but I've heard yours squeak before. Yes, it does. It's indeed authentic squeak.
That's right.
It does have authentic squeak. Hey, Elsie in the house. Hello, Elsie.
Hey, Elsie.
I did send the link to Texas Day before you ask. Thanks for the little heads up Tuesday little note here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I did there, eh?
Yeah. I mean,
Somebody's got to keep you on your game.
yeah, I know. So I was up struggling with indigestion, heartburn, whatever. A little
Dude,
bit. Took the Tums, cold drinks, didn't work. It just come back to haunt me. It probably was haunting me a little bit while I was spraying as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay it much attention, you know. But when you're home resting and it's like you're trying to get to sleep, I probably went up to the bed twice trying to sleep, and it was just messing with me.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I would doze off for a while, but better part of an hour, and then wake up like, ugh. But eventually went downstairs and listened to the storm, which we had some lightning, some thunder.
All right. Good luck, James.
We have one big thunder boomer, you know, where it just boom out of, you know, break the sound barrier.
Yeah.
Shatter your teeth before you know it. And you go,
That's
wow.
crazy when they come out of nowhere.
Yeah, when it comes out of nowhere. Yeah. It's like, wow, okay. My roof just cracked open. To the bat pose. Happy. Oh, Eric, really? You're gonna wish that on me? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ow,
Wow.
Eric.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on my
Ow.
worst enemy, you know. It's bad enough you have to deal with hemorrhoids. Some people do. Anyway.
That's just a little extreme.
Well, if you think that's extreme, let's show you what I'm going to do here for treatment. I've got my gloves on and this large probe needle.
Oh my!
A lot of rain and wind. Took a video. Yeah,
cool.
it was quite windy too, man. Right before it came in, man, it was just like blow the house down. Just rubbing you.
Oh man!
Just rubbing my nose in the nuptials. I got it. What the hell does that mean? Anyway, Peter Gabriel So released 39 years ago his album So in 1986. The series finale of LA Law, which ran for a good long time, right? Aired 31 years ago, 1994 on NBC. LA Law was on a long time, about a decade.
Yeah, I think so. I think they even had a couple of spin-off shows or whatever too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Genesis released their song Invisible Touch 39 years ago, 1986. Series finale of Walker, Texas Ranger aired 24 years ago. Didn't really watch that on CBS, but then no inward streaming TV for a lot of times. Over the Hedge opened in theaters 19 years ago, 2006. That was a good movie. That one had William Shatner in it, among others. The actor that played Norm passed away on Cheers. Did you notice that?
No. Another Cheers actor?
Another Cheers actor, the sort of portly man called that
Well,
played Norm
Norm
on
on the
there.
show? Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm surprised he lived this long. He looked like he was a heart attack waiting to happen back then.
Yeah, his name was George. George. Wow, George Wendt. I guess Wendt. He was 76 years old.
Went. Yeah, it was George Went. Yeah.
George
Okay.
went. Okay, he went where he wanted, and he got a beer
That's
where
right.
he wanted.
He went. Did it.
Yeah,
Normie.
Norm. Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice enough guy. But yeah, he was a little out of shape, you might say. Well,
Everybody
unless
want to
the
know
shape
your
is
name.
round.
Chicago in 1820. You might take interest in that. Much different place than today, eh?
Damn. Yeah, quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. I think I see a house. What?
Yeah.
A teepee or something. I guess an artist maybe,
Mm-hmm.
did that and
It's crazy.
released
Yeah,
it.
Chicago was tiny back then.
This is wild. This is a very young Jim Morrison, age 19, in a promo video for Florida State University, 1962. In the span of the next 9 years, Morrison co-founded The Doors, released 6 albums, and performed hundreds of concerts, and was dead by 27 in 1971.
Yeah.
Here's Jim Morrison, however, when he was 19 years old, pre-Doors.
But will the university be ready to meet his ambitions? Will his parents have been sufficiently interested in his future to have concerned themselves with the needs of their universities?
Really?
Welcome
There
to
he
Texas.
is. What's up, Dave?
We regret to inform you that we are unable to accept your application.
Unless we face facts today, this could happen to many Florida boys and girls tomorrow. For in 10 years, roughly 3 times as many of your sons and daughters will be seeking admission to Florida's state universities. What will we answer them?
We'd like to accept you. Indeed, we'd like to offer more courses, more sections, but we just don't have the space. That together with lack of professors.
But what happened? How come my parents or the state or the university didn't look ahead?
Looking ahead, planning ahead, that's just what the university has been doing. That's the reason for studies such as this one.
Little self-promotion there. All right. Welcome, Texas. That was Jim
Good
Morrison when he was
evening.
19 years old.
Hi, Shadow.
I noticed where you sent me a picture of that spinner rack when you got it in. I guess I was just out of it and didn't see it till today, actually.
That's all right. I thought I'd send you a picture so as you could see it better.
How's the kitchen coming?
Well, they started all the stripping out last Wednesday. So they were knocking all the plaster off on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, taking a partial wall down as well. So they've done all that now, and I've got dust everywhere.
So quite a mess, eh?
Yeah, quite a mess, but now hopefully it will start to get slightly less messy.
There you
I'm
go.
hoping.
And hey, Lorimer in the chat. Carrie, no, Mama Hawk and Baby Hawk were in a hurry. Mama Hawk got home from work late, and the little one has her last concert, I think, for the year Thursday night, but they were doing a rehearsal tonight, so she had to get over to the high school.
Ah. Very good.
Here's a man that Elvis Presley owes a lot to. Ambrose Burnside, 1824 to 1881 was his lifespan, was a Civil War general whose unique facial hair inspired the name of Sideburns.
I can see why.
You know, we had a president like that too, Chester B. Arthur, or Chester Arthur was his name. Had facial hair like that. I remember it well when he took office. had some people off of the path there before they say, "Oh, your ex was so old." Yes, Eric and Boyd. Mike Walters in the house. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Mike.
Little Harley action.
Yeah.
Little Harley Quinn there, yeah, for Carrie. Got to have at least one of those a day, right? Have you had your Harley today? That was done by Frank Cho.
Yeah, I know that name.
Yeah, I think he was
It's
one of the
interesting
image guys for a while, wasn't he?
Hmm?
I think he was working over there for a while.
There toward the end.
Yeah, I've got a couple of books by him. A couple of art
books. Norm, who was on Cheers, passed away. The actor that played Norm.
Was
the
that
series,
George Wendt? Was it George Wendt?
Yep.
Yes,
that's him, Dave.
That was him.
Right.
The series finale of Cheers aired 32 years ago in 1993, so that's kind of synchronicitous.
I used to watch that program. I used to watch that.
Yeah, it was a decent show. Hey, old Jonas Olson in the
house. Today is an old comic book writer's birthday. Gardner Fox on his birthday.
All right.
Here's some of the comics he wrote in Flash Comics #1. He wrote for a good long time, though. All-Star Comics #3. That's where Wonder Woman makes her first appearance, I think. Well, no. This is the first JSA issue. Wonder Woman hasn't been added yet. Up into the Silver Age, the Justice League of America. And Brave and the Bold, their first appearance. And a key issue here in Flash, where Golden Age Flash character comes back for the very first time. Very iconic cover. Flash of Two Worlds.
Yeah.
So comics were definitely changed by Gardner Fox. Amazing comic book writer.
How about that one then, Rex?
DHP.
Yeah. Got them framed together. There you go.
Cool. And yeah, that was nice, Dave.
Dark Horse Presents.
How does that look? I do like my homage covers.
Yeah. I mean, those match up nicely too. It almost looks like it's a double page spread the way the ground.
Yeah. Well, with the logo being green, and the colors that they used. Yeah.
And obviously, this side is not an original. It's a facsimile.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I don't think I've seen that particular Dark Horse Presents before, although I have seen and do have in my collection some homage to that cover.
Well, I had these on my stair walls. This is where I had my accident last year, as you know.
That explains it.
But I had to take all these off the wall because of all the dust due to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want them getting all plaster dusted and stuff like that. So this is the perfect opportunity if you like to see a few more that were on my wall.
Oh, sure.
Because I've actually taken them all off now. So
Jonas.
And
Marcus.
I will dig out one or two more.
So do you have a new spot picked out for him, Dave? Or?
No, they're going to go back on the wall, hopefully.
Okay.
But
She's gonna be playing
But
on the
not-
stairs again. Jesus, Dave.
not by me. Not by me.
Okay. All right. There you go.
No, this isn't a homage cover. This was just like various different covers for the same issue.
Ah,
But
okay.
Okay, variant cover.
I'll show
Yeah.
you this one as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, variant cover issue. This one.
That's cool.
I just
I like
managed to find frames that were just the right size for two comics side by side.
Yeah, they look. Their presentation's very good, and it looks like they're tightly in there. They're not moving around or anything. Hey, Bone.
No, I can shake them about. They don't fall out. So what's that one? That's the next one we have here. They just happen to be nice and handy just behind.
Betty Page, yeah.
That's the next one.
I remember when those were first coming out, like a year or two ago. I mean,
Yeah.
5 or 6 years ago. And
Yeah.
I guess they've kind
Again,
of.
it's like it's like the same comic with two different covers on it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Look at that jack-o'-lantern behind her.
Yeah, it's pretty
Very
cool.
cool. Ooh la la, Eric says. You are correct, Eric. Dark Horse Presents did have, first appearances of Sin City Concrete, Trekker, and so much more. I read it back in the day. Very cool.
That's right.
Another homage, I think.
Betty Page Unbound, I guess.
Yeah.
Hello, Marcus Gallagher in the house. And Bone.
Betty
Hey,
Page
Bone.
as Vampirella. She could have probably pulled that off back in the day.
Well, she's like Vampirella on that side and Red Sonja on that side, I think.
Right.
Mm.
Red Sonja without red hair.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, she was just a little bit pre-Vampirella, huh?
No, this is a cosplay cover.
Wow.
Oh, very cool.
Both of those, huh?
Yeah, they're both cosplay covers there. Again, the same comic inside.
Is it the same girl?
Do you know? No, I don't think it is.
Okay, different models then.
I think they're different models. I think. Not
We would
sure.
like you to wear this very skimpy thing over your massive, anyway. I'd buy that for $1.
And here's another one for you, a bit of Harley Quinn that you were just talking about before.
Oh, yeah.
So this was just like 2 issues, but I just like the covers. I just love the covers.
Yeah, the coloring's great on that. Looks like maybe Captain Carrot on number 2 there.
Yeah.
Captain Carrot and the Amazing Zoo Crew. That's
I just
interesting how they worked it.
Because this was only 2 issues as well.
Oh, Convergence. Convergence. Yeah. That's when they were moving their headquarters from New York out to LA.
Right.
The storyline that they did, which really I read all of Convergence in trade paperback form, and there wasn't a lot going on. I mean, there was a basic premise and they fought each other, all the different characters. Yeah, look at that classic Batgirl cover done by Gil Kane, I believe, right?
Very good.
I bet you Gardner Fox probably even wrote that one.
As you can see, another Harley homage cover.
Mm-hmm.
The detective.
I wonder who did that.
Don't know.
Maybe Amanda Connor. I don't know.
It's quite good though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's neat seeing them side by side.
As you can see, I had quite a few on my stairs. Quite a few.
Yeah, that dust is killer. Once it gets floating in the air, it sits on everything.
It just lingers everywhere and leaves a layer.
That's cool.
I just like the color and the black and white side by side.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on the black and white, you can see the person in the bubble. On the
Yeah.
color version, not so much for some reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's kind of muted.
Yeah.
On a little
Remember,
light
you
tone,
get captured in the floating bubble,
It's a bit light, but yeah.
and it would return you to the island.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Got the bicycle in there. I really like that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a great creepy cover. Not showing his face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Hands up,
here
I
we go.
surrender, the prisoner. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
One where Wolverine has the upper hand and one where the Hulk has the upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've just switched it round a bit.
Mhm.
But it is another homage cover. So
An early Wolverine and then kind of a mid-career Wolverine.
Yeah, the yellow, ochre, and brown
Mhm.
costume.
Took me a while, but I got used to it. I used to hate it at first when they changed it.
I
was
think
like,
a lot of people did. They envisioned Wolverine so strongly in the yellow and blue.
Mm-hmm.
I think my reaction was pretty much, oh, that's cool. Extreme X-Men.
Yeah,
I've not
like I
seen
said,
that.
I got used to it, and then it grew on me. I like it now. Better than when they just were doing like all the black leather for the X-Men, and everybody was just basically the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. More as a team unit. I kind of like the individual costumes. I mean, for
Yeah,
the characters.
I mean that gives them, more flair than like military group.
Mhm.
someone.
Well, you
hope you-
invested in some frames, I tell you.
I did. I was going to say, I hope you're keeping count of these because I'm not.
No, I wasn't.
Dave,
I just been enjoying looking at it.
does that glass set on? Is that UV rated glass?
No, it's not. But they're on my stairs, and my stairs get very little light, natural light, so we're okay.
Right. Now, do you? Is that actually sitting up against the comics when you put them in?
Yes, the glass is. Yeah, the glass is resting on the comic, and the comic's in the frame.
Okay. All I
I've
would
done
say
it that
is
way
if
before,
you
right?
have them like that, just watch your humidity in the house.
Oh yeah. My humidity is not so bad, to be fair.
Barbaric. I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, it's cool.
I just got the idea of getting a facsimile of an original issue and finding.
I think on that Barbaric, he had a talking sword. I think that's what that facial sword is there in the silver. Was this a crowdfunder? It seemed like I've seen
I think
it.
I read this one.
Was that a crowdfunder?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
Did
I actually got it and read it. I forget who put
Do
it
you
out.
remember where you got the Barbaric from, Dave?
No, I can't remember. I think I probably bought it on eBay, to be fair, because I think I found most of these on eBay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can find on eBay. I mean, There you go. Okay, so would this be the death of Harley Quinn there on the right?
No, these are actually
Or not,
both
not Harley Quinn, but I mean Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I just put
Yeah,
my
these-
mind
these-
on autopilot and it just runs,
These are just both facsimiles of these two issues side by side.
Okay, those
Well,
are just facsimiles.
I mean, they're selling the hell out of these facsimiles, and they have the original ads and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they're pretty cool, but I think they're pretty much outselling everything right now, in comics.
Yeah, I mean, some of these were quite expensive to buy, to be fair.
Oh,
Really?
I know,
Yeah.
when they run about $8 a piece, that's or more.
Yeah,
those big treasury editions. I just can't. I would rather buy an original. There you go. Now, are these facsimiles here?
They sure
guess.
are. They sure are, yeah.
No, well,
One thing I got fairly quickly, probably not quick enough, but I mean, I've got a couple of She-Hulk #1s in my collection. One of them I actually got used to be Roger Stern's copy, because he's that's from his collection, or one that he had in there.
We're doing well so far. Yeah, doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing great. I think you've had about 20 so far. I'm kidding. I've not seen the one on the left, my left, but I've had the one on the right with the next men.
Right.
But I've not seen that Wolverine one. So that's neat.
No, I haven't seen that one either.
And with
It's
some of
good.
these covers, you could go a long time showing. Can you imagine how many Action Comics #1 or Detective 27 have been done?
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's a neat one. That someone actually homaged a classic Dark Horse Presents cover.
Mhm.
Oh, look
pretty
at that. #1 in the first appearance of Kang. I actually had that facsimile you've got there of Kang. I picked it up, I guess, a few years ago.
Yeah, I just like these two covers. You know, these
Zoom
two
in
early
and
covers.
enhance.
So,
Andy Smith homaged that cover with Cordrath. Yeah. #1. Yeah. But now the Talking Axe, that just seems familiar to me.
Yeah, I read that story. I know I had. I think I might have got it not that long ago either when I got it shipped to me.
Oh, there you go. Iron Man #1 in
Oh,
his
no, I
first
can't remember.
appearance in Tales of Suspense.
Yeah, oh, you know what? I did a review of it on my channel, Rex. It's one of the first ones I did.
is it?
Oh, okay. The one with the Talking Axe.
Yep.
That's not Crom, is it? It wouldn't be Crom, would it?
What, the book?
Yeah, the book.
No, it was Barbaric. That was the name.
Oh, it's Barbaric. Okay, the
Right.
bees. Okay. Gosh, who did Barbaric? That's going to bother me now. Who did Barbaric? So it was a crowdfunder. That's wild.
I can dig
I think
through
I have
that.
that Simpsons. Yeah, I could do that.
Well, I was going to say the Simpsons one is an original.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Issue.
Yeah, I think I have
It's
that
not a
issue.
facsimile.
I try and get all the Fantastic Four #1 homage covers that I can, because I just think was the first Marvel comic book. It's such a great cover with the monster coming up, roar, out of the ground.
Mhm.
So great. I actually had a production cover to Fantastic Four #1, one of the reprints.
This is my final one for now, so I'll just show you this one.
Okay. For now, huh? Betty Page. Those are classic. Look at that
Yeah.
throwback cover.
That's cool.
So all these were on all these you've just seen were all on my stairs.
Okay, so you took them down so they wouldn't get dusted. They were already up there.
Yeah, that's right. That's why this room behind me is such a mess.
Okay, I was under the impression that you bought the frames new so that you could protect
I
it
did.
from the dust.
No, I bought the frames to put them in. Yeah.
Yeah, but not recently, right?
No, I bought them last year.
Yeah, last year. So it's not like you're out of money out of hand right now.
No.
Along with getting your kitchen done.
Yeah.
And almost dying on the stairs.
Well, yeah, that as well.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were trying to hang up, Dave?
Yes, I do. But it never ever got on the wall.
It never got on the wall.
Was it another like paired comic book pair like that one,
No,
or no?
it was just one issue on its own as well. It was just a
Oh,
one.
no kidding.
It was just a one issue one that I had a space for.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I do have something else in a minute. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
I just thought I'd show you these while I had them to hand. But the trouble is now that I'm getting my kitchen done, I've lost a bit of wall that I was hanging them on.
Yeah. You're gonna have to reconfigure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a
Yeah.
think about.
I've seen your living room, so it's about like your collector's room here. You've got a lot of stuff up. So
Just at the moment I've got,
space, the
because
final frontier.
a lot of stuff that's behind me, you see, is from my kitchen as well. So
I think in the 20th century we need to have door-to-door salesmen that sell space.
and they're still dusty.
Yeah. Also, some dusty. Get on there. Okay.
How about that one?
Wait a minute.
What happened there? Oh, shadow's on.
Shadow's showing us his wall. Yes.
Ah,
His like.
I want to
That-
show you
that
the
was
latest
leading
edition, but I can wait until Dave's done.
well, you can carry on for a moment, Shadow, if you want.
Nah, go ahead. Keep going, Dave.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
That was
Oh.
latest addition to your dark light, wasn't it?
Yeah, I completely forgot that Elsie had snuck some glow-in-the-dark paint into that painting. And he shot me a message and was like, don't forget to look at it in the dark. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, that's right.
That's so neat. Shows you all the different shows.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Anderson.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
vehicles and stuff. That's cool.
Is that just
UFO.
a print, Dave, or
Yeah, it's
limited
just a print.
edition? Oh,
No,
okay.
it's just a print.
Almost looks
That's
like a
sharp, though, man.
collage type thing, huh?
It is
Mhm.
kind of, yeah. It's kind of like all blends into each other a bit.
Gives it a very kind of cool little 3D effect, though.
Speaking
Yeah.
of homage covers, Gary Shipman put this up, Fruit Brute, based on
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
based on he was going up against Dracula, wasn't he? The Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Fruit Brute
Oh
by
yeah,
Night.
that's right. Yeah.
See now, if Marvel was really smart, because DC's already doing stuff like this with the Hanna-Barbera and stuff, they should probably counter with stuff like this
Mm.
with their comics.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I bet you'd
Well-
find some people that would buy that.
This is a
Yeah, I
jigsaw
think
puzzle.
that's a cool homage. I would buy that.
No, this is actually a jigsaw puzzle from the 1960s, framed.
Oh, very cool.
Oh wow. Yeah, that would go good with your custom rockets.
Yeah,
That
it's
you've
nice,
had,
that,
mate.
isn't it? Nice.
Yeah, I like it. In a nice frame, too, man.
Yeah.
Is it, did you, like, somehow secure it to the backboard or something?
No,
so the
it
pieces
just-
don't move?
I just placed it very carefully and got it into position, so it's not stuck or anything.
Ah, okay. Wow, that's cool, dude.
And this is an original jigsaw puzzle that you bought when you
Yeah,
were
this
younger.
this is a Waddington jigsaw puzzle from the 1960s, I think.
And kept up with all the pieces. That's what's remarkable.
Yeah.
That's
Complete.
amazing, yeah.
Complete.
That's great, dude. I love it.
Have you got the box?
Yes, I have.
Ah,
Yes, I have. I've also got the box for this one as well.
that puzzle too. Oh, yeah, look at there. That's cool.
Man, those were great back in the day to put together. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks like it would have been a lot. Although all that foreground and that background was probably a bitch.
Yeah, that's true. It was. Just a little bit.
These had to be fairly rare jigsaw puzzles, don't you think?
Yeah, they're rare to find complete and in good condition. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I found one me and Mama Hawk put together, and it was just a picture of
Right.
like a triple-decker cheeseburger, but it
Yeah.
was like a 5,000 piece puzzle, and most of the pieces were black or only slightly lit, surrounding the burger, and then the burger itself had a bunch of black on it. So it took us forever to do that thing. Little hydro foil action. Is that
Yeah,
one? That's one of the vehicles from what you call it, right?
Stingray?
Stingray.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
Stingray
the artist.
breaking
That's the artist who drew it.
surface.
see that?
That's the and that's a jigsaw puzzle as well.
No, this is just a
Print.
replica
Okay.
print.
It looked like something Romero. Couldn't
It's
really
it's,
read too well, did it?
it's Andrew Skittler. He's a UK artist.
Oh, well, how did I get that so far up?
Hang on.
A
It's
double
probably because
vision.
it's hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
More
you were
like
moving a little bit, so it was hard for
possible. I
your
read
camera.
Ralph Nibrex.
Yeah, that's it, Rex. Oh, I've just found a couple more for you. Hang on.
Adam Kimchi.
I just happened
I've
to
got
have
this
this other night left
print.
armpit.
I've got this print from last year when I went to see the
That's
film.
cool. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, okay.
Planet of the
Nice.
Apes. I want to see King Kong arrive at Planet of the Apes and stomp them into the ground.
They would just worship him.
They probably would, yeah, the great ape. Or how about Grape Ape up against King Kong? There you go. Yeah, Neil Adams homage cover there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is one of those a facsimile, or are those just two color variants?
Yeah, the original one on this side is a facsimile. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Well, you could tell because of the barcode right there in the middle at the
Yeah, you
bottom.
can,
Kind of
yeah.
ruins it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It doesn't. Yeah.
Way to go, Marvel.
Yeah. Why did they have to stick it on the front? They could have stuck it on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
I mean,
you
I
would
don't know
think
why
so.
not.
Hold on. And this will be my last
$1 million
one.
idea, Dave. Call
Not
Marvel.
yet, Gary, but Memorial Day is coming up, so Galaxy Memorial Park will be launching real soon this weekend. That's been years in the making. Is that the first Riddler appearance, I guess, on the
I
right?
think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
And first Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Carmen Infantino Poison Ivy cover there.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Very
Sarah,
nice.
I was going to ask you, can you show that picture I sent you of my spinner rack or not?
I can try, sure.
Can you? I was going to say, I just wondered if you could share it, on here or not.
Should be able to.
Should be able to.
Yeah.
Have to go over to Facebook and retrieve it.
Right.
Art.
Should take a second, but it takes minutes with my computer.
Yeah.
Almost there.
So my new kitchen shadow gets delivered flat packed this Friday.
Your new what?
My new kitchen.
New kitchen. Oh wow. Oh,
I'm getting all new units and cupboards and all that.
Ah, cool.
So that's why everything's upside down, because I had to empty the room so they could knock it back to the brick.
Right. Gotcha.
So that's why there was dust everywhere.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's going to be a big project. What's your what do they give you as a time frame?
They didn't this time.
Is it like, yeah, it's going to take as long as it takes.
Yeah, it sure is.
There it is. Look at that beautiful tower of books.
I see one tops.
One what?
That I recognize.
Oh yeah.
By title.
Yeah.
Steve Ditko did some of the covers for that. That's probably had Bill Clinton on the cover.
Yeah.
It's one of the. No, it's not a steel. What is that?
It's hard to tell. Even I can't blow it up any larger. I don't
know if you can zoom in.
I can't either. I got it as large as I could, but I couldn't read it.
I can enlarge it. Look at that.
Oh, you can zoom in a bit.
That's
okay. Then I should be able to zoom in.
Yeah. Secret City Saga or whatever. That's tops. Forbidden Planet.
Secret City. That was that Kirby?
Yeah, I think it was. I'm not sure if he drew it, but it was a Kirby story, I think.
Right. Yeah, that's
it
what
was
I meant.
part of the Kirby thing, but I think Steve Ditko did the artwork. Oh, I see a Mad Magazine.
I see a weird, a creepy.
At least creepy. Yeah, above the creepy. Alien Worlds. There we go.
Talking of
Yeah.
Alien Worlds, I just bought another one today, Rex.
Nice.
One that I was missing.
Very cool.
I do like my spinner rack. How about that one?
Oh yeah, these had wonderful painted covers.
Yeah.
I think that's what made the direct market so cool, is you got so many different painted covers during that time.
Yeah.
Pacific
Number
Comics, love
5. By the
Pacific
way.
Comics. I
Number
wish
5.
Pacific Comics had done more in the
Yeah.
time they were around. They're just awesome.
Yeah.
Just arrived today. That.
Ooh, very nice.
Thanks for the reminder on that, Carrie. We will have to get JD and Levi on, definitely. 8
Oh, yeah,
p.m.
for sure.
Central Time tonight, Eric and Boyd says, I have an interview slated with Bob Koenig. He was a member of the band The Keys. They did the theme song for FemForce. He is a super fan and Beatles collector as well. Very neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Now that would be a different guy, Bob Koenig, from the person he had on the other day, Carrie, which was an artist for FemForce, but not the same guy.
I think Maya's gone to sleep. She's disappeared on me. Can't see
I
it.
found this
Getting in
hilarious
trouble.
from Statistical Zero, one of his sketches. Wait a minute, why is that coming up? Okay, now I know why. Share
Yeah,
screen.
Stat
all
usually
over.
does one every day at least.
Yeah, a couple a day. This was funny though. Carl's life of crime was cut short when he realized the man couldn't speak fish. Pulling a knife on him. That's a great little thing.
Hand me the bait. Oh, I cut you, man.
I cut you. I kill you. 1976. This month, I picked up my second Hulk comic.
I used to have that
and
one.
this was it.
Yeah, I used to have that.
My very first was 201, and my second was 202.
Very vivid colors on that cover as well.
Yeah, it's great.
Mm.
Great cover. If comics still had engaging covers like that have something to do with the story, they would still be lively today.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's rare. It's not just a pinup anymore.
And also this month, I did pick up Avengers.
Yeah, me too.
150 with a nice George Perez cover. Hard to be beat. Some others that were in 76 were the Champions, number 7. And X-Men number 100. I actually had at one time an X-Men 35-cent variant, but I sold it because I needed the money. And it was graded. Wow. I forget what it was graded, but it was, pretty decent grade. Defenders.
Well, I was 22 when these came out, Rex.
Let's just say I was not. I was quite young.
You would be.
Ah, okay. Eric says it was one of the writers for FemForce Records, not the artist.
Okay.
Would you like to see another book, Rex?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Is this a fairly recent book? What is this?
Yeah, I just bought it. It's another Doctor Who Chronicles.
Okay, so Does Doctor Who Chronicles come out like quarterly or?
No, it just comes out whenever they feel like publishing another one.
Okay.
So this one just came out recently.
The first color Doctor Who.
Mm.
John
And that's the
Pertwee.
back. That's the back cover.
Yeah, that werewolf-looking character was from Inferno.
Yeah, that's right.
Automatons.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's interesting that a lot of the John Pertwee episodes, they only had black and white prints, and they had to be colorized
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
because all the
they
color
did.
copies have been wiped.
Yeah, that's right.
That's kind of wild. PBR in the house. Hey, PBR, Street Gang. PBR wanting you to drop your link for the show tonight, Eric. Oh, gotta go. Everyone take care of my anal cancer was bad joke on my part. Now, John Pertwee's son is also an actor.
Yeah, that's Sean Pertwee. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat. It's got Barry Letts there, an early picture of Barry Letts, and probably which was the director. Yeah. There we go. Barry Letts there on the left. Back in the day when he kind of took over with who's the guy in the middle? I should know all these people, even the little guy in the circle there.
Yeah, that's Derek Sherwin, produced Spearhead from Space, it says.
No, they are wrong.
You're wrong.
Yep.
Oh.
He's written more Doctor Who than anybody. And I can't think of his name. I can think Barry Letts. Barry Letts was kind of a Buddhist. Yeah. That's cool. 5 rounds rapid, Dave.
Yeah, that's right.
5 rounds rapid.
That's what the Brigadier used to say, wasn't it?
Lethbridge Stewart, yep. That's
right.
The little stone gargoyle just laughs in the face of danger. Ambassadors of Death, there's the sort of astronaut suit there from Ambassadors of Death. That was the second story after Spearhead from Space.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting time, especially Inferno, where they go into sort of an alternate reality, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's right. So since I've watched it.
Where you have a evil Lethbridge Stewart with an
PBR.
eye patch and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Pertwee's son played in Gotham. He was Alfred in Gotham.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I knew that one. He looked a lot like his dad. I mean, I think he still does. I don't think he died yet.
I like the dinosaur invasion. They need to CGI that. Those little puppet dinosaurs, they're not scary at all. What do you think, Texas Dave?
Yeah, I would agree with you.
They kind of did that with Snake Pit with the 5th Doctor. They've got an iteration where the snake is CGI'd and much scarier than the little prop thing they had. Right. If they can do that episode, they should do these. John Pertwee, an ex-naval guy, he was the first Doctor Who to have a tattoo, and they actually showed it in Spearhead from Space on his arm. They didn't draw attention to it, but you would have thought they would have pancaked over that or something for the kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen these Doctor Who Chronicles or not, Dave. I don't think you've shown one of these before.
I've actually got a few issues of various ones now. This is one of the latest ones. They're
Man,
quite
when you
good because they go through a lot of things.
that looks like a bag of chips above your head. What is that, Dave?
It
Is
is
that
a bag
black?
of what? Hang on.
Yeah, in the black bag.
Yeah, that.
No, the first one you pointed to, right above your head,
That one.
right there. Yep,
Yeah,
black bag.
it is. It's McCoy's.
It is. So some of this stuff is from your kitchen. You got
Oh
food
yeah.
stuff.
Oh
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Oh
I've
yeah,
got
you got all the cabinetry.
I've got all sorts behind me because I've nothing in my kitchen at the moment apart from my fridge freezer. That's
Well,
it.
show us what a bag of chips look like from the UK,
Okay. I will.
because that doesn't look like anything we've got in the States here.
Well, what it is, it's a multi-pack.
Oh, multi-pack.
You see that?
McCoy's. Okay. So you got salt and malt and vinegar. That's good. Yeah. Ridge cut, salted ×4. Okay.
Yeah.
So that tells you how many's in there. Cheddar
Yeah.
and
So
onion.
you get like 12 bags inside this big bag.
I don't think I've ever seen cheddar and onion combo on a chip.
Look at that. Well, we call them crisps, not chips.
Crisp. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A multi-pack.
go.
There you go.
Big bag, isn't it? Big bag.
Yeah, that is a big bag. Yeah, all in one big bag. Yeah. Usually we like box it up and show you the different little individual bags, you know.
Right.
Do little things differently in the UK.
As you can imagine, I had to completely empty the kitchen.
PBR Street Gang, he's been catching up on his Doctor Who. He says currently on season 10, 5 of Doctor Who. Not sure if I have enough days to finish all the Doctor Who, but I'll try.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
Now, what is Life in Plastic? It's Fantastic about? What is that? What is that about? Is that about
It's
a show?
about Constant Carling had a small but memorable role as the sinister secretary who leads doll designer Ransom through the autoplastics factory in Spearhead from Space.
Oh, yeah. Probably
So
talks
that's-
about her career a little bit as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Silurians, yes. And they are cousins to the
Sea Devils.
Sea Devils, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
According to Doctor Who lore, they were here before us humans.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Malcolm Hulk there, a writer
Mm-hmm.
for many of the episodes that starting with the first Doctor, I believe. The costumes really weren't that bad for the time.
No, they weren't too bad. Yeah, they weren't too bad.
They just light up their forehead and wobble their head and do a sound effect and you drop over dead. Yeah, Carolyn John, of course, she's passed away I think she passed away in around 2011. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, to be honest.
It's sad she only got 1 year as a companion, though.
Yeah, she was quite good in that series, I think.
Yeah, she was a good actress.
Yeah.
Not everyone who's done Doctor Who has reached their potential.
That's true.
I guess that's Ambassadors of Death there shot down in the makeup room.
Yeah.
At the BBC.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody could pull off wearing a cape, like John Pertwee did.
That's true.
Do you remember what the first doctor called him in the Three Doctors?
Oh no, man. Was it the dandy?
A dandy, yeah.
A
Called
dandy,
him a
yeah.
Dundee. Yeah.
That's
Not a
right.
Dundee.
Dandy. Dandy.
It's that
Right,
Scottish
that's not a
roll
knife.
coming. Watch that, Hawk.
I said, right, that's not a knife. Oh, you're a dandy,
Right.
not a Dundee. Sorry. I'm grating cheese. I'll be right back.
Oh, I wonder what that noise was.
Well, their ratings were good during the Pertwee years. I think they reached, some all-time highs. Do you think they went too much with the gadgetry during the 70s, kind of James Bond?
Yeah, possibly a little bit too much. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
flying
possibly
car
so.
was a little bit much,
Yeah. Yeah, I would
It
agree
definitely
with that.
took it in a different direction. But maybe you needed that, Dave, because
Yeah.
except for Inferno and the occasional foray into space, they were all on Earth. Looks like you
Yeah,
got
but-
a little sun, Dave. You got your watch off. I could tell where
Yeah,
your watch usually goes.
you can see that.
I had to be able to tan.
I don't tan though. I just go red. I just burn.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do as well, Dave.
Yeah.
I burn.
Because we've had quite a warm week. We've had temperatures up to about 25, 26 centigrade here. Oh.
So PBR, what doctor are you currently watching?
Me?
This season 10, episode 5. I'm not sure which one that would be.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure either. Maybe he
Trying to
can
watch
tell
all the
us.
classic Who. Blooming internet cheese and onion crisps make your breath smelly.
Not if you brush your teeth afterwards.
That's right. Practice
Well,
good oral hygiene.
That's right.
Take a breath mint. Inferno there. Inferno was interesting because they went to an alternate planet.
Yeah.
I mean, alternate reality, really, same planet. And they get to see where their actions lead to the destruction of the planet. And Doctor Who, John Pertwee, can save the day by making different choices and stopping it from ever happening. Oh, the sergeant really played a baddie, didn't he?
Yeah.
In that, I guess they were all, evil personas. It was a lot like Mirror Mirror was for Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's got to rank up there with one of my, favorite storylines during that time, because it did take it off into a very whimsical direction that was not normal for the show. Dot's trouble.
They come up with some good titles for these chapters, don't they?
Well, they've had decades to think about it. Didn't really get to see a transformation from the second Doctor to the third Doctor.
No, that's true. We didn't, did we?
He just staggers out of the TARDIS and falls down.
Yeah. Yeah, that was basically it.
only the second time in history it had been done, though. So
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting for him to kind of look at his face and loss of memory, somewhat bewildered.
that's right.
That kind of
So that's it.
that kind of set the tone for future regeneration scenes. Really.
Hmm.
Currently, Doctor Who, I went through all the new Doctor Who, all the way up to the end of Peter Capaldi. And I'd already watched enough Jodie Whittaker. So I wasn't going to subject myself to that. Go through that again. I have not seen one episode of the new Who. I absolutely refuse.
I've seen the first two so far of the ones that they've just started showing now.
Okay.
Honest as I can say, I've seen every episode ever broadcast.
Yeah, if I went back from the very beginning like you did, so you're saying you never missed an episode?
I missed the odd one when it was first broadcast because obviously there was no recording facilities or anything. So if you didn't watch it when it was on, that was it. You never saw
That's right. You missed it. There were no replays.
That's right. So, but I endeavoured to watch it.
Shadowhawk, what's for dinner? Do you know?
Ham steaks and an omelet tonight.
Ham steaks. Wow. How about you, Dave? By the time you get on here, you probably eaten lunch. Dinner,
Oh, I had my tea about 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 4 hours ago. So I'll be turning in soon and going to sleep.
Yeah, it's already, what, a little after 11 in your part of the world.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yes, it's a bit late for me, right? A bit late.
I'm trying to read my copy of the Mythicals that came in the other day from our good buddy Hojo.
Cool. Now that's the second issue, right?
No, the third, actually.
The third now.
I did get the second. I thought I bought a catch-up bundle, but I actually bought 4 copies of number 3, 2 of each cover. So, so I got an extra one for you, Rex, if you need one.
If I know Hojo, he's got his 4th one well along the way.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he's not already, deep into it. I don't know if he's doing like his own storefront or website or anything where you can still get like issue 1 and 2, but I imagine he is.
Here's an oldie but a goodie. It only grades 1.5, but man, what a great looking 1.5.
Really? It's only a 1.5. Wow. Think something happened to the inside or the back cover or something?
Well, I mean, I have that Fantastic Four annual number 1. That's a 0.5. The only thing wrong with it is the back cover. It would probably grade like very fine, at least very fine. But it's missing the back cover.
Okay, so it might be the same story on this one.
So I'm saying you can get some lower graded books, but they can look stellar, a lot better than what they grade at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem with this one is, but that looks like a very clean copy where there's no cover breakage, except for maybe a little bit normal around the spine. But early Gil Kane cover here, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Phantom Stranger. That would be back in the 50s. He's one of the DC's oldest characters.
Yeah. Been around for a while.
And Steve Ditko did a similar character called the Traveler in the 50s for Charlton.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
And then later The Question and Mr. A, so he did characters with old fedora hats. check this out. This is two lookalikes, Joan Collins and Liz Taylor.
Hmm.
They should have played something at Sister.
Yeah, they look fairly similar.
Yeah. Fairly similar beauties of the coach screen. That was in 1987 at the Academy Awards.
Ah.
There you go, Dave. Who did that cover? Hurry. Tell me.
John Byrne.
John Byrne, yes.
Yeah,
Early
very
John
cool.
Byrne work. Doomsday +1 from Charlton Comics.
I did well there, right? Well
You
there.
did. You did. You didn't hesitate. That was good.
Did well.
1975.
Yeah.
John Byrne also did some Space 1999 back in the day.
He did. That's right.
Wow.
I believe that's the best part of 50 years ago, though.
Here's your lizard representation for today, Lorenzo. There you go, set from Saturday Morning Fever in the late 70s on NBC. And Godzuki. Sorry, Shadowhawk. Even got a Herbie the Robot for you there.
Oh, Herbie sucks.
And I'd forgotten Jana of the Jungle also had a cartoon there for a little while.
Yeah, I forgot she had one too.
That's right.
And that Fantastic Four that came out, that was late 70s Fantastic Four. And Jack Kirby was actually working on. Name this artist, Dave. Quick, hurry. Who is it?
I'm waiting for the picture to load. Hang on a minute. It's a bit small. Not sure.
Michelini.
John Byrne, you are correct.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That was like a one-issue fill-in he did on Daredevil.
No, that's it. That's great.
Yeah, even got a little Ghost Rider back there.
Yeah, I see that.
That's when he was doing full pencils. You know, that's what happened to John Byrne's artwork. He started inking his own stuff to save time. Born just 6 months and 7 miles apart, Falk, who played Columbo in the Bronx in September 1927, and Patrick McGoohan, which you showed us some Prisoner comic books in March 1928 in Astoria, Queens, both sons of immigrants, Eastern European and Irish, respectively, destined to become secret shares many years later, a working friendship lasting 25 years. So I didn't know that Lee Falk or Peter Falk and Patrick McGoohan had a working relationship like that. 25 years.
I didn't either.
But they both go way back. Only about a year.
I go way back.
Yeah, we all go way back there.
Yeah, but I go way back. More.
You a little bit further.
There you go. Issue 1 of Doomsday +1. Another John Byrne cover.
I used to have that one. Yeah.
Intentional in its
that cover always Rex always reminds me of Bandy #1 as well.
Shadow, we're picking up some echo on your side. Just to let you know.
All right, man. I'm about ready to drop out anyway, guys.
You're about
work
toasty
night
toast.
for me, so,
Still working on tiles?
no, thank God. Done with that, but paying the price for it now. My knees have been screaming for 2 days now. But that's it'll get better. All right, fellas. Halo, have a great night, and I will see everyone tomorrow.
Okay. Have a good evening,
Shadow.
Thanks, Dave. See you, Rex.
You're welcome.
James Fox's birthday was yesterday. Do you know
Oh, yeah.
James Fox, the actor?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you would, because he's a British actor.
What age was he?
Good question. How old was he yesterday?
Yeah.
86. He's 86 now.
Wow.
Reading his credits here, he was in Sherlock Holmes, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines, Remains of the Day, Sexy Beast, King Rat, The Servant, all kinds of different stuff through the decades.
Yeah.
Happy 86th birthday to Nancy Kwan yesterday. Born in 1939, over 50 roles, including The World of Susie Wong, debut film, Honeymoon Hotel, Lieutenant Robinson Crusoe, USN. That one there was done with Dick Van Dyke, I remember. There she is today, 86 years old, and there she was back in the heyday. Sure you recognize the face from somewhere.
I do.
This is a rare color, not colorized slide of Harpo in August 1962. Older, but instantly recognizable. So haven't been colorized, natural coloring. Harpo from the Marx Brothers, 1962. Yeah, color film was expensive back in the day, you know, to capture anything in color.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. That's for sure.
This is Jerry Mathers, who played the Beaver. Remember the Beaver, Leave It to Beaver? With his actual family. Marilyn Mathers is 97 years old. And I take that might be, I guess, maybe his mother, you know, that they're talking about. Because his sister wouldn't be 97, but the Beav's actual mother is still alive. That's kind of neat to see that. Actress Yvonne Craig's birthday was on the 16th. Of course, she was Batgirl in the third season and the final season of Batman 1967 with Adam West. There she is as Batgirl, and also one of the slave girls. Quite insane. She blew up in that episode.
She did.
It blew up hard, almost asphyxiated too. Peter Hinwood's birthday was on the 17th. He was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show in 1975. He's now an antique dealer in London and lives most of the time in Tangier. He's 79 years old. He was the creature, the Frankenstein type creature in that movie. Lives in Tangier. You ever been to Tangier?
No, never been there. Never been there. But can you believe, by the way, it's let me see. It's almost a year since I first went to Canada last year.
Yeah, and Canada is kind of up in arms now with a lot of stuff. It's daring. Is your next trip going to be like to Pakistan or Iran or, you know?
No, I don't think so, Rex.
Maybe Greenland. Texas Dave from Greenland. Yes, make it happen. You know, we're trying to add a 51st state there.
I believe so, yeah.
Now, Marilyn O'Sullivan's birthday was on the 17th. She played Jane in the Tarzan series from
Yeah,
1934
I
to
know.
42.
I
When
knew that.
told
No.
Frank Sinatra wanted to marry her daughter Mia Farrow, she remarked, "At his age, he should marry me." Passed in 1998 at age 87.
Right. Yeah.
Jane, stop this crazy thing.
Do you know who do you know who played Tarzan? I do.
Yes, Johnny Weissmuller,
But
Buster
also,
Crabbe,
but
a
also, I
bunch of
think
people.
Ron Ellie played Tarzan as well.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that's played.
Yeah, there was a few different ones made, wasn't there, back in the day?
One of the old French, starting in 1918, I believe. Elmo Lincoln, I believe was his name. They played the first Tarzan on film. Dennis Hopper's birthday, heavenly birthday, was on the 17th. He died in 2010 and 1975. Been watching a lot of Westerns, and he's in a lot of those early Westerns from time to time. Cool Hand Luke, 1967. Easy Rider, 1969. True Grit. Was he in True Grit? I'll have to go back and watch that. Apocalypse Now, 1979. Rumblefish, 1983. Hoosiers, 1986. He was also in the villain in Waterworld. I don't mention that with Kevin Costner. But Dennis Hopper, he was in a lot of those Westerns coming up before he really on TV, before he made it in film. Kind of a bad boy persona, wouldn't you say? With his career.
Yeah.
Everybody likes a bad boy.
Certain kind of self-out my room.
Actor model David McLean, and I see him in a lot of those Westerns as well. I'll just show his. He passed in 1995 at age 73. Born in 1922. American actor. You might recognize him. You may not. Being from the UK, but he was in some of those Westerns that I'm watching. Like I'm almost finished with season 1 of Gunsmoke again. Decided to go back and I watched season 5, 6, and 7. So I'm going back now that I've got the complete thing. Going to go back and watch 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll skip ahead to where I left off.
Well, I'm watching Lost in Space at the moment.
First or second season?
I started at the beginning again, first season.
Say that again.
I started at the beginning with the first season. Did you get that?
Yeah. Lost in Space, first season. I prefer the first season, but I know you like the second season.
No, to be honest, I do prefer the first season because I think it was a bit more serious than the later ones.
Oh, do you really? Yeah, I do too. I do too. Yeah. I think the first series was a little horrific. A lot of horror elements in it. 1978. I don't remember this. McDonald's new chopped beefsteak sandwich and onion nuggets. I would eat that. Hell yeah. Kind of looks like the McRib.
Does, doesn't it?
I don't remember that though. You may not have gotten it over in the UK.
No, I don't remember us getting that back in the day.
What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about
all sorts.
Yeah. All sorts, yeah.
We're talking about whatever topic comes into the conversations.
I wonder what kind of dipping sauce. I guess barbecue with that.
I was just going to say possibly
Or-
barbecue.
Well, it says steak sauce on the little thing, so maybe it's steak
Yeah.
sauce. Yeah. They should bring that back. I would try that actually. And I don't
Yeah.
eat McDonald's. Yes,
Well, I
that's the
don't know,
second
but
yawn I've seen out of you, Dave.
I know I'm getting a bit tired, Rex, because I've had a
Yeah.
busy week this week with being up early for the builders turning up every day and
All the
other things
noise.
I've been doing. Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's been plenty of noise, plenty of banging and crashing and all and dust. Tell you, the
May
dust is
20th,
everywhere.
1873. You were alive then, I believe, Dave.
I don't think so, Rex.
18, you don't think so? Okay. Levi
19,
Strauss and Jacob.
1973, maybe.
And oh, definitely 73. Yeah, that was the year Picasso passed away. Why do I know
Oh.
that?
Well,
Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis received a patent for clothing reinforced with metal rivets, marking the
Right.
birth of blue jeans.
Right.
Yeah, Levi Strauss. I grew up
Yeah.
wearing those. Do you have Levi's over there? I imagine they're quite
Yeah, we
popular
do.
over there.
Yeah,
in
we
Europe.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old American jeans and stuff like that, even distressed jeans. People
Mhm.
from Russia and all over Europe are buying stuff like that.
That's right.
Series finale of Buffy the Vampire Slayer aired 22 years ago. Did you ever watch
Mhm.
Buffy? I never did.
No, I never did. I think I've only ever seen the first two episodes, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
About it. Yeah. Never really watched it. For some reason.
The Police released Every Breath You Take 42 years ago in 1983. Wow.
That I can believe.
Series finale of Barney Miller aired 43 years ago in 1982. A lot of people watched that on ABC for a long time. Series finale of Murder, She Wrote aired 29 years ago, 1996, with Angela Lansbury doing that role. She's part of Golden Hollywood. Die Hard with a Vengeance premiered 30 years ago in 1995. Shrek 2 came out and premiered 21 years ago in 2004. First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis died at 64 in 1994. That was kind of a shocker. And Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, opened in theaters 20 years ago in 2005.
When you
20
say
years ago.
2005, Rex, it doesn't seem long ago.
Oh, no, not at all.
And then you say 20 years and spoil it.
Yeah. Series finale of In Living Color premiered 31 years ago in 1994 on Fox.
I see Glenn's popped in, Rex, in the chat.
Hey, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Carrie watched Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
Maya's fine with the noise, huh?
Oh, yeah, she's
She
coping
just
well
kind of
with
knows
it.
something's going on in the
To
house.
be honest with you, she's coped surprisingly well, considering she's not had the free roam of the whole house for a few days.
The Big and Tasty was the best burger McDonald's had, I think, says Scanner DRG. It's good to see you here, Scanner. Hopefully you'll come back. Oh, my dog is hacking.
Oh, dear.
I've got her on some heart medicine, though, that should mitigate a lot of that. And I think it's starting to take effect because she's doing that a lot less.
Right.
But she's getting up from being, kind of curled up and asleep,
Yeah.
which you will be here pretty soon, I think.
I will be very, very soon, Rex. Very soon.
Yeah. Do you go
I'm
into the
just about
fetal
managing-
positioning?
I'm just
Do you
about
go into-
managing.
Go ahead.
What's that? I'm just about managing to keep my eyes open.
Yeah. Kind of like me. No, actually, I'm well rested.
I can't see your eyes, Rex.
Well, that way you won't get, burn out.
I was going to say if Glenn's still in the chat, he'll have to come and pay me spinner rack if he gets the chance.
Yeah. Hey, if I come to England, I'm checking out your collection.
No
bet.
problem, Rex. No problem. Hopefully, I'll have the room a bit tidier by then.
May 19th, 1962, Marilyn Monroe performed a rendition of Happy Birthday to President John F. Kennedy in Madison Square Garden. Oh, yeah. Da Vinci Code, 2006. See, that was 19 years ago, Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. I can't believe how fast. Put it this way, Rex, we're a quarter of the way into the 21st century. That's a scary thought.
I know, right? We'll be celebrating our 250th year as a nation next year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And I was there for the bicentennial. We'll see if
Yeah,
I'm
I was
there
just going to say, I remember the bicentennial in 1976.
Yeah, I do too. And, you know, I was a kid just starting comic book collecting really that year.
Yeah. Because I remember that special issue of Captain America. I think it was that.
Yeah, bicentennial battles treasury.
Yeah,
edition.
that's
Jack
the
Kirby.
One.
Yeah,
that's the one.
I've got a copy of that here somewhere.
Yeah, I think I've got one as well. You know,
I've actually got some production artwork up on eBay on Elsie's site. If you want to buy some of that from the bicentennial, I've actually got the back cover production artwork. Now that's from a newer reprint, but
yeah.
Raul in the house, meat on that bone, eat. Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if I live long enough, I could see the 200th, the 250th, and the 275th anniversary of the country.
You never know, Rex.
You never know, though. Well, I'll tell you when I get there.
Yeah, you tell me. You just send me a message because I might not be around by then.
Yeah, you might not have your own teeth or hair by then.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, not much on the hair now, are you?
I can take my hat off if you want.
Blinded by the light. Whoa! Somebody get me a marker, a Sharpie.
That's why I wear a hat, Rex. I thought you knew that by now.
Yeah, yeah. And what a
plus, I think wearing a hat
Australian hat that is, by the way.
But also, Rex, I think wearing a hat makes me look younger because everybody thinks I've got hair.
To wear out in the bush.
That's right. Yeah.
Australian bush. Well, we're going to call it an early one today. Dave, thanks for coming on. Thank you, Shadowhawk. Hope everybody has a happy Monday evening. Might do a draw stream later. We'll see.
Excuse me, Tuesday evening, Rex.
Oh, Tuesday. Oh, damn. I'm still hung up on Monday.
You said Monday.
I'm still hung up on Monday. My days, I don't have to work tonight, so maybe we'll get in.
It's a good job. It's a good job I'm here to keep you right. That's all I'm going to say.
Kara says, wow, Rex, hold back some comments.
Compliments.
Compliments. Yeah, I corrected myself. You just didn't give me a chance. Come on.
Sorry, Rex.
Oh, well. Anyway, keep collecting. I know Dave will. I mean, look at that collection he's got there.
This is my latest issue, as I showed you before.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the wonderful thing about those Eclipse books, Dave. They had wonderful painted covers, like the old.
Yeah, and some nice artwork, by the way. Some nice artwork in the short stories inside as well.
Yeah, I love Pacific Comics. I mean, they went everywhere with the books that they came out with, and did some of those, creepy, weird alien world type sci-fi stories.
I do like my sci-fi. I do like my classic sci-fi stories, as you know.
I do too. I'm gonna have to write one here pretty soon, just so that I get a little sci-fi in there. Although on Momentum Future Visions, it'll be a little sci-fi in one of the stories.
I was going to say to Kerry, I'll have to dig out my "What a Difference a Dave Makes" T-shirt again for next time.
Yeah, there you go. You want me to send you a note reminding you next week?
No, I should be all right.
It should be all
Well, you
right
can
with your
say-
memory.
You better send me a reminder just in case I forget.
All right. I guess I'm going to go check on my new turtle that I have outside.
Okay.
He's actually in the shed, but I like to give him some sun, out for a little
Yeah.
while. It was a little blistery, windy, rainy, stormy earlier. That's why we're not going out. And
Right.
mosquitoes aren't bad yet, but they're going to get that way.
They sure are.
I'll be off and running before you know it.
You sure will too.
Anyway, Dave, we'll see you again next week, hopefully. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
Don't-
you're welcome.
Don't Turtle have a name? No, we have maybe Mr. Turtle. That's what I was going to call the other one, but he kind of had to fly. So I don't know. We'll think up something. Horatio, Sebastian, or Chester. I had a cow named Chester. That
Yeah.
tracks. That's from my Gunsmoke days. Anyway, going to go finish some Gunsmoke season 1 and go
Okay.
on to season 2 maybe.
And I'm going to go to bed.
And you're going to go to bed. Very good. I'm going to go check on the turtle and let Abby out. Give her second peel for the day.
Well, I'm going to feed Maya and then I'm going to go to bed. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to remember to feed Maya. I guess she probably sleeps better on a full stomach, right?
Yeah, she just eats when she's hungry,
There's, speaking of meat, there is still meat left on the bone. In fact, we've added some more muscle and gristle and sinew to the Devil Flyer campaign. Go check it out on Fund My Comic. We got a new art book up there. We got new acrylic standee you can buy. We've got a new sticker book. We've got all kinds of neat stuff. The bog tapestry, of course. Just a lot of neat stuff over there. Go check it out. We'll be changing the campaign up a little bit here in the near future. Adding new artwork and stuff as soon as I get it in. And we're getting some scans made for the campaign right now. As soon as I get those up, I'll get that up on the campaign. We'll switch that stuff around. Still so close to $2,700. Hope, or is it 20? No, it's $4,700. Thank God it's 47 instead of 20.
Phew, that's a relief, right?
Yeah, 47. On our track to hopefully hit 5,000 here pretty soon. I hope. Only a few $100s away. We'll get there together. While we get the book put together, we're doing some artwork for the art book right now. Maybe we'll have a draw stream later. Maybe we won't. We'll see what the I feel up to. Man, I tell you, I had a really restless night with that pizza. That was not sitting well with me at all for some reason. So, but finally went to sleep, got some sleep. So we're good to go now. We'll just shake off the doldrums and have a second cup of coffee and we'll be good to go.
No problem.
Maybe a little dinner. Enjoy your night, Dave.
Yeah,
Sweet
thanks,
dreams.
Rex. And I'll catch you next time and keep collecting, everybody.